Live, I think we are. As is my custom, most of you know one of the things that I try to stick to, and anybody that's spent any amount of time vlogging or doing any type of broadcasting online, you will understand very quickly that they tell you that you need to say something within the first 5 seconds that will captivate your audience. I'm trying to figure this thing out, trying to suss it out, boy. For those of you that are just now joining me, I will be with you momentarily. Just give me a second to situate myself here, just to make sure that the broadcast is clear. If you can do me a favor, tell me now if you can hear me, and if you can, just post a comment there and say, Mr. Mwewa, you are loud and clear. Guys, thank you. Hope you're having a great lunch wherever you are. Thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to spend a few moments with me here on SML TV, regardless of where you're watching me from. Melbourne, Australia. Joseph Chishimba is watching us. Kondwane is watching us. Paula Scott is watching us. Wherever you are, the Maldives, the islands of the sea, Belize, Bogota, Kwakasomo, Kutwapia, Kuchinsadi, Kumonze, Livingston. Did you know that there's a place in Louisiana called Livingston? There's a Livingston, Louisiana. There is. It's the truth. Guys, somebody says the network is tripping. Is it really? Oh, goodness. If it's not one thing, it's a whole new other. Somebody tell me, am I clear? It's very discouraging when I hear someone say, oh, the picture's all messed up and it's not clear. Tell me it's clear. Please tell me it's clear. Clear here. Good. Earl Yancey says clear here. Thank you. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Regarding Kanye West, there's an old World War II saying. Some of you may have heard this, and it was very famous in the Second World War, and it was this: loose lips sink ships. And the looser the lips are, the faster the ship sink. In other words, when you talk too much, when you yappity yap in the Second World War, if you talked about the location, your enemy knew exactly where you were and they would torpedo you. If you were on a boat, on a ship, in a submarine, and you chatty too much on the airwaves, your enemy could tap into your communique and they could send torpedoes your way, and boom, you're dead. Loose lips sink ships, and the looser the lips are, the faster the ships sink. What was the point of bringing that up? Well, when you talk too much, when you yappity yap, it could be devastating, as is the case with Kanye West. Now, let's sort of hone this in. Let's reel this in. Let's circle the wagons on this issue. A lot of people some people don't understand exactly what Kanye West has done. A few days ago, Kanye West sent out a tweet, okay? And he said, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people. And what's embarrassing about his tweet is that he misspelled DEFCON. DEFCON is DEF. He put DEFCON as in ukufwa, to die, DEFCON. It's not DEFCON, it's DEFCON. DEFCON 3 is a military term used in the United States. It's almost like an announcement to get ready to attack. So when Kanye West said, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people, what he was saying was, I'm about to say something explosive about the Jewish people. And then, he went on, started talking about how it didn't matter what he said. He could be anti-Semitic and Adidas would not drop him. Well, Adidas dropped him. Now, in order for us to have some level of context, let's define what anti-Semitism is. First of all, you have to ask the question, what is a Semite? You start from there, okay? Because people have been throwing this phrase, anti-Semitism, an anti-Semite. So before you understand what anti-Semitism is, you must first of all understand what a Semite is. A Semite, in simple terms, is a member of peoples of Hebrew or Arabic origin. Simple stuff. I mean, anybody can Google this. Heck, I Googled it, okay? And I'm giving you the facts as they are. So a Semite is a person that, a member of the peoples of Hebrew or Arabic origin, okay? And somebody may ask the question, well, what is a Hebrew? A Hebrew is a descendant of Abraham and Isaac, the people of Israel. In other words, the Jews. So whenever you hear someone say he's an anti-Semite, what you're saying is you're prejudiced against Jewish people. You don't like Jewish people. Now, what's interesting about this is that whenever Kanye West, he grew so big-headed that he felt that he could say anything he wanted with no consequences. And guys, you must understand that words matter. Are you getting that? You can't live in a world where you think, well, I can say whatever the hell I want. I don't care. It's my truth. Well, it comes at a cost. It comes at a price. I mean, here it is, you standing under the pavilion and the umbrella of freedom of speech. I can say whatever the heck I want. And then when you do say it, it has a ripple effect and it affects you adversely, negatively, and it begins to hit your bank account. Guys, understand this and get this. The world loves to pull down arrogant rich people. It's one thing to be rich, wealthy, but not be so arrogant. I mean, the world is replete with examples of uber rich people. You know what an uber rich person is? They're so rich they cannot count their money. Uber rich. People like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, you could go on and on and on. There are people that are Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos. I mean, let's just keep going. You can go on and on and on, but there are people that are so rich, their money is almost uncountable, but they're not arrogant. They're not. I mean, you don't hear Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg standing on a podium saying, I am the greatest. I can say whatever the hell I want. Who do you think you are? I mean, the other day, Kanye West was a guest on Piers Morgan. You guys saw that. He was being interviewed by Piers Morgan. And let me point out here, Kanye West is one of the most difficult people to interview because he's ahead of himself. I mean, literally. I mean, aside from the fact that, yes, he's bipolar and he can use that as a crutch, okay? A crutch, not a clutch. Not clutch ya motoka. A crutch, okay? He can use that as a crutch. But the truth is, there is, he was on Piers Morgan and he says, in the middle of a question, Piers was asking him a question. Kanye West just cuts off Piers and says, Piers, how much money are you worth? And I love Piers's answer. Piers says, well, unfortunately, not as much as you. And Kanye says, exactly. So why should I listen to you? You should listen to me, my advice. Maybe you would be richer, Kanye West said. The most arrogant, the most braggadocio, the most the most, or is it braggadocious? The most braggadocious entertainer I have ever seen in my whole life. I think Kanye, I've heard a few of Kanye's songs. I can only name one. I'm not a fan of Kanye West. I only know the one song. I think it was called Flashing Lights. You guys seen Flashing Lights? That was the only Kanye West song I ever came across, and I liked it. It was interesting. The video was sort of it was entertaining to watch. But I can't name any other Kanye West song. And let's be clear, Kanye has made some pretty good deals over the last several years, but all of those deals that he's made have been washed down the drain because of his foolishness, because of his idiocy, because of his idiosyncratic personality quirk. It's all gone to pot. And it really sort of hones in the reality that these guys, these entertainers, these people that prop themselves up as the untouchables, these guys, they get to a place where they think they are so wealthy, they are untouchable. But when you look at them closely, you examine the reality of who they are as vulnerable as anybody. It's the most amazing thing. Kanye now is being dropped left, right, and center. He can't go to Fashion Week. He can't go to New York Fashion Week. He can't go to Fashion Week Paris. He can't do any of that. Adidas has just dropped him. His shoes, as popular as they are, who wants to walk around with a pair of shoes that have been associated with being an anti-Semite? Who wants that? Who wants their kid walking around with a pair of shoes that screams anti-Semitism? Now, I know Louis Farrakhan, has come to Kanye West's defense. But the truth is, Louis Farrakhan has nothing to lose. Kanye West has everything to lose. So I know where this is going. His billionaire status is going to be chopped down layer by layer by layer. How do you choose to offend a whole group of people? And I'm with Rappaport on this. I agree with Rappaport. When Rappaport says, well, you know what, Kanye, you should have just named names. If you were upset with someone in particular, if you were angry with someone that sort of underhanded you or didn't sort of do what they said they were going to do, if someone didn't come through with the deal that you two made, you should have named names, Kanye. What you shouldn't have done was to group a whole bunch of people together and say that the Jewish people are this way. Bad move. Well, let's just start with Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg has got Jewish roots. You think Facebook is going to sit there and look at you and say, oh, Kanye, stop. No, honey, they will put a line through your name instead of under it. Twitter has just chucked you out. So there's you need to start relaxing, Kanye West. You need a bit of self-introspection. You need to sit down with somebody that truly loves and cares for you, and they need to look at you in the eye and say, Kanye, you're messing up. You're no longer a billionaire, and you're not going to be a millionaire for long. I know how that society thinks. Once they get on that bandwagon, once they begin to label you as anti-Semite, you're on your way out, buddy. There's the door. And it doesn't matter how rich you are, doesn't matter how prideful you are, honey, they will chop you down to your bare knees until you are nothing but a rumor. It's sad. Breaks my heart. It really does. All right. Well, thought I'd share that with you. Have a great lunch. God bless.